Hi, I'm John DeVore. Welcome to Monkeyhaus. This is the DeVore Fidelity YouTube channel, and this is Monkeyhaus, which is my office inside the DeVore Fidelity speaker factory. This one is going to be a bit of a tour video, and the first thing I wanted to talk about in my Monkeyhaus tour is the single largest piece of art on my walls. And anyone who's been here knows that the walls are packed with art. Largely barter, but all of the art on here has some meaning to me. And the one that goes back the farthest in terms of having meaning with me is this big oil painting back here. This was done by my grandfather. He was a painter for his whole life, and since painters really don't make any money, he was a master engraver at Balfour, where he engraved plates, like printing plates, rings, and those kinds of things. And he was a master engraver there for decades. He did oils, which obviously this is an example of. He also did beautiful watercolors. He did etchings and engravings. He largely painted landscapes, and he painted them outside. A lot of the oils he would then finish in his studio from reference photographs that he takes on the spot, but they were all started on site. He was very much a student of the Impressionist and the Post-Impressionist, kind of the Cézanne school, which you can see in a lot of his work. This one is obviously a still life, and it is a fairly early one. This is a darker palette, and it's a little bit more worked than some of his later ones, but obviously shows Cézanne influence. The brushwork, the color palette, and even a lot of the formal layout of the piece. There are other pieces in the Navy Yard here that remind me of him. There's a bronze head of him that one of his artist friends made, along with a portrait of him. And there are many other paintings that I actually store here in the Brooklyn Navy Yard. And there are paintings of his, of course, distributed all throughout the family. My grandfather, his name was Pasquale Masiello. He passed away in 1987 while I was at RISD. And he had gone to RISD as well in the mid-1930s. He actually met his wife at RISD. She was at RISD as well, and they both graduated from the school, Rhode Island School of Design. They both graduated in 1937, I believe. They were both artists. My grandmother, Hazel, she was a great portrait painter, but she was also a musician, a pianist, which was what she ended up focusing on after she graduated from college. Maybe because she didn't want to be in her husband Pasquale's shadow her whole life, or maybe that was her true passion. She certainly did a lot of music before RISD. My grandmother's passion for the piano rubbed off on her daughter, my mother, who was a concert pianist her whole life. And my grandfather's artistic temperament rubbed off on me. My grandfather had two daughters. And as a second generation Italian, I think he had always wanted a son. And so when I came around, I'm the oldest of all of his grandchildren. He bonded with me immediately and would travel at least weekly to give me art lessons. We did painting, we did etching, and lots of drawing, and it was a wonderful time. And he was my gramps, a very important part of my early life, and clearly influential as I went to the same school that he did, and I have avoided corporate life my entire career. Thanks very much for joining me for the first installment of the Monkeyhaus Tours. If there's anything in the Monkeyhaus that you've caught a glimpse of in any of the other videos and you want to hear more about it, let me know in the comments. And otherwise, I hope to see everyone soon in the next video. Thanks. Bye.